Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Pitch Perfect podcast. I'm your host, Larry, and today we finally got our first taste of the feast. Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 2. It's as the title says, it's a day to forget, really. Um, from the get go, away to Bournemouth isn't always easy. It wasn't always going to be an easy game. First half, I thought it was very scrappy. Um, we couldn't get control of the game. We're missing Saka. You know, the team wasn't the team. The team. I wasn't really confident in the team. Starting off the left. I wasn't really like. If we got a result, I would be very happy because it just shows with that team we can still win games. But I overly was not confident when I seen that lineup. And then 30 minutes into the game, Trossard makes a suicide pass back to Saliba. Saliba is not expecting it. It's gone into Evan Nilsson, who's on inside. Saliba drags him back and gets. It's initially given a yellow, but VAR overturns it as he's the last man, which I cannot complain. Saliba was the last man, and then he got a red. So there's nothing we could do about that. And now we miss Liverpool away, which is a huge, huge game. And I'm sure any lost and the Liverpool players will be looking at that saying, that's a huge loss for us. That is a huge, huge, huge loss for us. Now, like in my respects, maybe I'm being too harsh here. I really feel like there was no need to make that foul. Yes, I know Evan Nilsson got a yard ahead of him. But I back Saliba, and if you look at Ben White's positioning, I'm always sure Ben White could have made a run back as well. You know, um, I I've seen people's opinions saying that yeah, just let it run. Like you never know what's gonna happen. Or it's a guaranteed goal. He may as well follow him. I was like, take the chance. Take the chance. You never know what's gonna happen. Take the chance. Run back. Track back. I know he has a yard about you, but back yourself. Ben White. He's Marcus Semenyo. I still think we could have maybe Saliba maybe have caught him there at the end. Because Saliba's rapid, and unfortunately he panicked and he brought on Evan Nilsson, and yeah, that was this. Um, that was it. Really, he brought him down. There was nothing we could do there, and that was this. So it's just really a case now. Like into the second half, we had to take off Sterling, bring on Jakub Kivior. We're basically kind of playing a five back. That team just lacked creativity today. And that's a big concern. Mikel Mourinho, he had his full debut today. I thought he did all right. He was playing really well. Had a few dodgy touches in the first half, and a slightly in the bit in the second half. But other than that, uh, he was all right, but like today, that team lacked creativity. That team lacked creativity today. And that's a very worrying sign because, I know we got the red card. It does make things harder. We've seen it at City. It does make things harder. And second half, we were always going to expect pressure. The lads dealt with it well. Um, the first goal, Bournemouth's first goal, set piece, well worked routine. Nothing Raya could do about that. It was done to perfection. It was done to perfection. No matter what, there was nothing he could do there. It was top ends. Raya's not getting to us. I don't blame him. It was just a set piece that caught us off guard because we're the ones scoring from our set pieces. But that's definitely a set piece they practice in the training ground over and over again, and they brought it to the ground and it paid off for them. So there's nothing we can really do about that. But yeah, second goal penalty, David Raya. It's poor. Now I'll be honest. I don't think Raya makes contact. I think Evan Nilsson's looking for us. I'll be honest, and I like a lot of people will probably call me crazy, but I think Evan Nilsson is looking for the penalty. Raya comes out, he does, but Evan Nilsson is just falling over his gloves. I think Evan Nilsson is. Don't get me wrong, he makes great work of it to get a penalty. Don't get me wrong, but I've watched it over and over again, and for me, it just looks like Evan Nilsson is looking for it. Now, as a striker, you have to take your chances, and hopefully you get the penalty. But for me, I think he's looking for it. He's looking for it. Even his touch to get it away, Raya has stretched himself out, and to me, it feels like Evan Nilsson knew he wasn't gonna get past him. So the only thing he could do that he'll know he get a penalty for is that bump into Raya, and hopefully the ref sees it, blah, blah, blah. VAR do something about it, intervene, and then, yeah, they get a penalty, which they did. Dispatch fairly good enough by Justin Clivers. But like I said, it's a day to forget for Arsenal. But look, I won't be too negative. I won't be too negative. I do have my concerns. I do have my concerns with the way key players are missing and the way we play today. I do have my concerns, but it's our first defeat in the Prem. We're we were one of only three teams left now. City remains now, but like I said, it's our first defeat. We won't kick ourselves over it. What's important now? It's a big game. It's against Liverpool. No Saliba against Liverpool, and you know what? That's a game I'm looking forward to because I do like playing against Liverpool. You know, I do think they give us a good game, and no Saliba is going to be very interesting to see how Arteta lines up without Saliba because Jota, I'm a huge fan of Jota. I think Jota is one of their best players when he's fit, when he's injury free. Jota is one of the best players in that Liverpool team, and he likes scoring goals against us for fun. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what's gonna happen now with no Saliba. But yeah, like going back to the creativity side of things, Declan Rice, Mikel Mourinho, Kai Havertz. Actually, honorable mention, Kai Havertz was probably another player who was only good. He was only trying to make something. We bought on Gabriel Martinelli. He had a very good chance. He had a very good chance from Kepa Blunder. Um, I think he just showed too much of what he was going to do. He leaned in, and I think he just kind of gave a very obvious way he was trying to dispatch that. But other than that, the creativity today was an issue. There was not one player where you can give the ball saying he'll make something happen. Saka was missed today. I know he had an injury. People say, "Oh, blah blah blah. He's limping. He's limping. He doesn't want to play in a big game." Yeah, you can say whatever you want. That's England's probably best player right now. Um, but yeah, the creativity side of things, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And what's I like, Arteta probably did the right thing for benching him against Bournemouth. We paid the price in terms of the fees, but let's be honest, the red card is what was really the decider. Once we got that, that's when we knew we were in trouble. And so, I don't think Saka, if he came on, he would have made a difference. I rate him. He's a phenomenal player, but I think the damage had been done. That red card was always going to make us struggle. Saliba is a pivotal figure for us today. Calafiori, I thought he was good. Put in a decent shift today. It was like, again, I keep saying, it's just creativity. That's all we lacked today. We had no one who could create something out of nothing. No one could, like Declan Rice. He was driving with the ball, but when he got to the final third, there was nowhere because Bournemouth was so compact and there was just nobody to break them down. And I think that's where we suffered today. So what I would say, I would like it's the first defeat. I'm trying not to be negative because my head is gone. Um, I like Saliba's young. He's gonna be looking at us like, why? Now I get it. He panicked. You can't be too harsh on Saliba. He panicked. He seen it was a bad touch. It was a bad pass from Trust. I don't know why he's hitting it back there. Um, it's a bad pass. It's a very bad pass. It puts Saliba under enormous amount of pressure. It goes past him. Evan Nilton's right behind him. He has a free mark to go. Saliba panics and just pulls him down. I get why he did it. I still would have loved to see himself back himself, but in that moment, you don't have that much time to think, so you have to act quick. Otherwise, that leads to a goal. And I don't think maybe Saliba just didn't fancy the foot race because there was so much space, and it's like, yeah, he's gone. But other than that, look, it's the first defeat. It wasn't a great way to lose. If we got a goal and we just couldn't get the second, I understand. But there was absolutely no creativity in that team today. And, it gives Mikel Arteta something to think about because we can allow Liverpool next week to come to the Emirates and allow us to play like that. It can't happen. They'll run through us. Not run through us, I mean like 5 or 6 now, but they will find a couple of goals if we can't sort this creativity issue out. But look, I would not want to be too negative. We'll bring on next week. I've been your host, Larry. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Up the Gunners.